back once again for another installment of the Health and Fitness Motivation Podcast. This is Lynn Limburg, your host, and for the month of December, we are reviewing some of our oldie goodie podcasts. And today I am bringing you podcast number 350. That's right, 350. And again, this is another series podcast that we did around, I always say we, but it's me. Someday it's going to be a we, but anyhow, I digress. This one is the veggie series that we did. Yesterday, I introduced the series on diets where we talked about 20 episodes, all different kind of diets. I hope that helped you get inspired to really just educate yourself, because education is power, right? That's really that whole theme there, is the more information we have, the better we can be at making good decisions for ourselves. The day before that was that series on exercise and emotions. The day before that was the series on RAM, repeat, and memorize, things I want you to memorize. Well, today I want to introduce you to, or remind you of, a series I did about how to make eating more vegetables more doable. And not just in a way that's like, oh, you must do this for your vegetables and you must, eat celery even if you don't like it because it's good for you. Oh, and kale too. Like no, because we've already been told that. And if we've been told that a million gajillion times and we're still not eating the vegetables we need, well, maybe it's just because we haven't learned how to actually like it and make them doable and make them in a way that we will actually smile and look forward to it. So that's why I did this whole series on vegetables. So here's how you find the series on veggies for this episode here. I recommend you head over to my YouTube channel. And heck, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't know. I'm like old. I'm like this old Luddite. Like, I don't know. I have almost no subscribers there so far. But my podcasts, they go there. But it's really one of the best ways that I have found to be able to get different episodes together in a bucket. And it's the best way to see all the different buckets of episodes. So you can head over to my YouTube channel. The link to that, this playlist specifically on vegetables, will be in the show notes that you can look at right now. Just you can click there and they'll just play all for you in a row. Or the second best way is to go into my playlist, my couchtoactive.com/podcast. And in there, you can search on the term, already more complicated. Search on the term, love your veggies. If you search love your veggies, then that'll come up, the playlist. And I got to tell you, we've got how to plan doable veggies. How many veggies should I actually eat? Balsamic glaze, toasted sesame seeds, fresh veggies, IBS and bloating, wilted spinach. Yes, I went there. Kale chips, 350 for 30 minutes, orange juice and toothpaste. What does that have to do with loving your veggies? Cucumber love, lettuce wrapped burgers, and then salad dressing replacements on how to love your veggies. And wow, okay, the topic title for this one, what the hell was I thinking? George Floyd, parentheses, and salad dressing replacements on how to love your veggies. Okay, so that was April 20th, 2021. Clearly, George Floyd was a really big thing, and I felt compelled to address that in with the podcast. And this was back when I was podcasting like daily. Like I'd do my podcast, and then I'd publish it like immediately. So there's that. Makes me a little nervous. What did I say? And smoothie packets on how to love your veggies. So a whole bunch of them there. You definitely want to check out. Today, I am replaying for you what you're about to hear. I thought, well, if you only hear one of these episodes and you never actually go back and listen to the playlist, which you should, but if you don't, I want you to hear the one on how many veggies should I actually eat. And I talk you through that. And if you listen carefully to this, at the end, you shouldn't have to take any notes or anything. And hopefully my goal was to explain it in a way that you could actually get that picture in your mind of how many vegetables to eat and how how doable it really is. And so then you can take that into your life as your next step of, oh, wow, okay, I could totally do this. I totally got this. So we got into what an actual serving size is, different kinds of vegetables and different kinds of serving sizes. And I just demystify all of that, or essentially remind us of all of that. So there we go, friends. Enjoy this. How many vegetables should I actually eat in the How to Love Your Veggies series? Well, hello there, folks. Lynn Lindbergh here on the Health and Fitness Motivation Podcast. This month of April, I am so excited to be turning a leaf and looking at a theme of vegetables. Doable veggies. Yes, our favorite topic in the whole world. How can we get more of that nasty green stuff onto our plates? Oh, wait, no, they say eat the rainbow. What the heck does eat the rainbow mean? And I go to the grocery store and oh my gosh, these vegetables don't even look good to me. But if I am going to not die younger or have all kinds of preventable diseases, I must eat these vegetables. I must eat these vegetables. I must eat these. Okay, enough already. Whew. Well, I'm excited to look at this theme for you all and for us because I've had some really great successes around vegetables and eating veggies. And I'm actually at a place in my life now where I eat more vegetables than what's recommended, and I enjoy them. And it's funny, it's humbling. Because I can't believe when I look back, I'm like, I used to hardly eat any vegetables at all. And the idea of eating vegetables just kind of grossed me out. And I knew that if I really learned some more things about vegetables, I could be one of those, weirdo hippy dippy people who actually liked vegetables. And I got to tell you, I even remember the very first time I bought kale. And I had no idea what the heck to do with it, but I knew it was supposed to be good for me. And I ate it, and it was gross. So we're going to just take a little journey together this month and focus on exercise and vegetables. That's right. And if you are vegetables, this is for you. And if you're one of those, Betty Crocker in the kitchen, you love to cook all the time, some of this stuff you might think, no, I can do more fancy pants stuff than that. But really, this is for the people who know they want to eat better, want to actually like the food they eat, and don't want to spend forever doing it, right? Kind of sounds like an infomercial. So, today's lesson on vegetables is about serving size. What the serving size is, what that actually looks like on your plate, and how much you really should eat in vegetables a day. Now, I want you to take good notes and memorize this, really get it in your brain so you can know what this looks like, because the reason this is important is because this is really the cornerstone of healthy eating and living. There are a million fad diets out there. And we had 1 month where I did 15 episodes on all the different fad diets out there. You can go to couchactive.com/podcast and search for the word diet or diets, and all of them will come up. But now we're looking at vegetables. Okay. So what is a serving of a vegetable? So this is where I start smiling. Because you know how when you look at what a serving of rice is, it's like a half a cup, and you look at that little measly little half a cup of rice on your plate, or a half a cup of pasta, and they're like, that's a serving of pasta. That's a serving of rice. And you look at it and you're like, that's so small. That's so tiny. How could that be a serving of rice? How could that be a serving of, pasta? How could a sandwich be 2 or 2.5 or 3 servings of bread? How in the world? So this is going to work to our advantage when it comes to vegetables, because we're going to look at it and be like, oh, hallelujah, roses and rainbows. This is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yes. Okay, let's get to business. A serving of vegetables looks like this. Vegetables that are not leaves. Okay? Vegetables that are not leaves. So like carrots, celery, cucumbers, broccoli, what else? Asparagus, those kind of vegetables, Brussels sprouts. Those are that are more dense, not leaves. One serving of those kind of vegetables is only a half a cup. That's right. That's the same as your rice or your pasta serving. It's just one little measly half a cup. Like you could get that down in 3 or 4 bites. Okay, maybe 6 bites, but it's really not that much. And that's a half a cup, fresh or cooked. Okay? The rule of thumb, fresh or cooked. Now, when we cook it, they cook down, and there's a lot of loosey-goosiness to all of this, but we're just going to be okay with the loosey-goosey. Henny penny, loosey-goosey, turkey lurkey. Oh my gosh. Okay. So half a cup of those kind of vegetables is a vegetable. The leafy kind of vegetables. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. The leafy kind. Woohoo! Okay, let me get more down to earth here. The leafy kind of vegetables, spinach, any kind of lettuce, kale, what else? Butter lettuce, iceberg lettuce, all of that kind of leafy kind of lettuce. 1 cup is a serving. 1 cup of like loosely chopped up, 1 cup is a serving. Now, that's actually not that bad either, because most salads people make, when they make a salad, most salads usually have at least 2 cups of greens in it. And so there's 2 servings in just one normal kind of salad. So here's your goal. So think about that. So, oops, hang on.
You have a text from Mom.
Oh my goodness. Did you guys just hear that? Okay, I got to turn my phone off. It's been a busy day. Okay, so how many do you eat? The American My Plate food recommendations right now say 5 servings a day. So if you eat your vegetables in like carrots, celery, broccoli, that's 5 half-cup servings a day. So that's a total of 2.5 cups of vegetables in one day. Okay, not so terrible. You could probably get those all in one meal if you wanted. Or 5 cups of leafy greens. It could look like 2 cups of leafy greens for plus a half a cup of other vegetables. There's 3 servings right in a salad right there with your lunch. Boom, done. Okay, here's another magic trick. We're going to talk about all kinds of things here, but we're going to talk about one of my favorite recipes, wilted spinach, because you can easily take 5 cups of leafy greens and saute it down in a little bit of olive oil with some garlic. Ooh, yummy. Anyhow, I'll tell you about that recipe later. 5 cups simmers down to nothing. Like 5 cups of leafy green of spinach will simmer down to nothing, and you could like get all your vegetables in one serving. It's amazing. It's amazing. So let's think about this. Let's imagine this on our plate because it really is important. This is our goal. So let's say for dinner, you commit, or you always have a salad of some kind of leafy green with a cup of greens and half a cup of vegetables. That's 2 servings of fresh vegetables right there. And then let's say you have a half a cup of some other kind of vegetable actually on your plate. Just a half a cup. Just a half a cup. Half a cup of corn, half a cup of carrots, peas and carrots, anything like that. Not very much. Boom, that's 3 servings right at dinner. And then let's say at lunch, you put in your sandwich some leafy greens, and then you eat, let's say you put, it's really easy, folks, to put a whole cup of leafy greens in a sandwich. You would be amazed at how easy that is. And then say you eat a carrot, like a small carrot. That would be like, boom, that's it. You got it. Like ding dong done, So what is your servings? 5 servings. What do I actually do for mine? So I have a breakfast smoothie pretty much every day. And in that smoothie, I put in a full cup of leafy greens. And the reason why is because usually the flavor and everything just disappears. You don't even notice it. I don't even notice it anymore. So that's 1 cup of leafy greens. Boom, serving done. Then for lunch, I usually have either some kind of a salad that has 2 cups of greens. So there's 2 more servings. I'm up to 3. And another half a cup of vegetables with it. Boom. And so I'm already up to 4 servings of vegetables. A snack, a lot of times, for me is a vegetable. And we'll talk about recipes for that are like delish, that you'll actually look forward to having. And then, like we said, for dinner, if you do a small salad, if I did a small salad on the side with only 1 cup of greens, half a cup of veggies, and then very easily for dinner, I'll have like a big, like half my plate is of sauteed veggies, which is usually 3 more servings. That gets me up to 11 servings a day, more than twice what they need. Really, and it's funny, I don't actually feel like I eat a lot of vegetables. I don't feel, well, I know I do, but I don't feel like, oh, I'm eating my vegetables. We call that the moo cow around here. If any of our kids go, ugh. So there we go. Test yourself now. Do you remember what is the daily recommended minimum of vegetables? 5 servings. Good. What's a serving? That's right. 1 cup of leafy greens or a half a cup of all the other vegetables. One more thing. Potatoes are not a vegetable in this context. Sorry to break it to you. So friends, memorize this. This is like the key cornerstone that everything is going to come from. And then we are going to have at least 10 more episodes this month of April and helping you get to love your vegetables in a way you never did before. All right. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye now. It would be my honor to help you figure out these basic healthy eating and exercise thing. If that's you and you would like to get this up and running and see more success than you've seen in a long, long time, head on over to couchtoactive.com. Sign up for a session with me. Sign up for any session with me. I don't care what you sign up for, and we will get you up and running. That's couchtoactive.com.